It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And for Cleveland, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. You know, it seems, fellas, like every time LeBron takes the court, he has a chance to pass another career milestone. When it's all said and done, where do you think he ends up on the NBA's all-time scoring list, Shaq?
Well, it'll be very hard for him to make a run at the top 2, Ernie. However, it's never a good idea to doubt LeBron because he's already passed me up in the scoring list, so you can't doubt the guy.
He's got that going for him. How about
Well,
it,
you know, man, Ernie, I just think how long he plays. If he plays, 17, 18 years, he's going to be in the top 2. But if he stops at about 15, then and says, I just want to spend time with my kids, then I don't think so.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. The last time these two teams met, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers picking up the loss in that outing against Milwaukee.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, look, the return of LeBron James to Cleveland has become one of the best redemptive stories of the last decade. He clearly wasn't just great on the court. The roster and the coaching staff have been shaped by his hand as well. Now, LeBron said, I know what personnel works for my game. I knew what we needed, and I think our GM and our coaching staff have done a great job of fulfilling that. Guys?
Thanks to Ye, and it's crucial that Cleveland keeps LeBron happy. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. Maybe too soon to start talking about this, Doris, but we see some young teams getting blown out. Clearly they're in rebuild mode. At what point do you start to focus on player development versus winning games?
You know, this is such a tough organizational issue because you have to balance the priority of giving your young talent an opportunity to get the repetition necessary in a playing environment, in a competitive situation, versus we owe a commitment to our fans to win and win it all.
1:36 left to play in the first. The screen from Thompson. Hill kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Inside. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Dellavedova kicks to DJ. Muhammad on the wing. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. DJ dishes to Muhammad, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
Every team's looking for that instant offense, and Muhammad can do that for you.
James, the pass to Thompson. Back to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Zeller kicks to Dellavedova. From deep 3-point range. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Pick by Zeller. Now Dellavedova. Got it off in time, and no good trying to get that one. And so it's Cleveland. bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose, and they've played with aggressiveness.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Matthew Dellavedova is out there with DJ. Then there's Muhammad. Then it's Zeller, and it's Parker in at the power forward position. Free throw good, LeBron. And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals door as a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
Smith dishes to LeBron. Count that bucket. LeBron's got 11 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. Drops in the breakaway layup. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, out in transition, George Hill knows the spots he needs to get to. Terrific job on the finish.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
I had a king and a party hat. I was the king of this hologram where there's no such thing as getting out.
For the Cavaliers, Hood checked in for Smith. And it's Clarkson. 1:16 left in the first half. Antetokounmpo passes to Zeller. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Smith. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland leading by 10. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Bucks making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing the...
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, what have you liked about your team's performance so far?
I like our physicality. I thought we came out, started the game physical. That set the tone for us early.
Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, T. Lou. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. The second half just about to get going here. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy fit. A road game like this is simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Spurs out in San Antonio. Checking out the Spurs. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And guys, when people talk about the Spurs, they talk about consistency, from the front office to the coaching staff to the effort on the floor. Take a guy like LaMarcus Aldridge. He embodies that, doesn't he, Kenny?
Yes, he does. He's got great scoring. He's got great footwork in the block. The art of the mid-range jump shot is still there, but he can pick and pop and pick and roll, Shaq.
You know, he always finds a way to impact the game with his shot. When he's on like Texas barbecue, Ernie.
Ooh, Texas barbecue.
That wraps it up from here. Thanks for joining us.
I'm hungry.
We'll see you later.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And they showed a lot of heart in that one, getting down early, but put together a terrific run to sold it away in the end.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, Kawhi Leonard has been a great defender from day one, but he has developed into an elite offensive player as well. Now, Greg Popovich says he basically tells me what he wants to do now. He knows he has a green light. I think that's the difference. He's more confident, more aggressive, more hungry to score than in the past. Kevin?
And they need him to be that way, D.A. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. Well, you can expect both these teams to push the tempo, Steve, and get scores in transition. I'm sure as a player, these are very fun matchups.
And they are. I mean, because you know you get a chance to put points on the board. And yes, defensive strategy is going out the window. You just have to turn, get back on defense, and just pick up anybody. If you don't communicate, there's going to be a layup or a three or somebody's dunking on you. Love transition basketball.
Yeah, we can see a lot of gaudy numbers, too, huh? A lot of big individual performances. Here are the starters. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Parker kicks to Gay. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. To the left wing. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Parker with the steal. Dishes it to Dellavedova. He kicks to Zeller. Feeds it to DJ. A three ball. Rebounded by the Spurs. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
So it's the Bucks now after the basket by San Antonio. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Milwaukee.
They stayed away from being too reliant on the three-point shot. They used it when they had to, but kept things balanced. And that's what you want to have, an offense that comes at you in all sorts of ways.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. In the third spot, the Bucks. Number 5, the Spurs.
Both of these clubs love to play up-tempo. That's how they win. These are the games that fans love because of the non-stop action.
And he gets it to go. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide-open look.
Ginobili kicks to Laverne. Spurs passing it around. Pass to Ginobili. Zeller grabs the board.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Steve, what a treat to see Manu Ginobili in his 40s still doing what he does best.
You know, Pop says he never wants Manu to retire. Said he wants to use him like a bar of soap so there's nothing left. And as a former teammate of his, I don't want to see him go either.
And it's Laverne missing.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
Now here's DJ. D right on him. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Bucks leading by 4. Kicks it to Muhammad. Out to the right wing. The pass to DJ. From deep. New 24 for Milwaukee. Dellavedova. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Parker kicks to Anderson. Ginobili, that's for 2. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Releases. Offensive rebound. Maker kicks to Dellavedova. Back to Maker. DJ passes to Muhammad. DJ dishes to Maker. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
it's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Laverne. Gay comes in for Kyle Anderson. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Davis Bertans. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. The Bucks also changing it up. Parker's checked in for Thon Maker. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And DJ subbed in for Brandon Jennings. The defensive tandem of Green and Leonard outside. Aldridge out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Parker in at the point guard. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 26 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
And the rise of the analytics movement in basketball, Steve, hard to miss over the last 5 or 6 years. You can't read a story without a writer, without a broadcaster referring to some kind of number, analytic term, or an angle to a story. Teams incorporating a more scientific approach. And that does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by...
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. Now the third quarter about to get going. We're seeing a tremendous game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our matchup tonight taking place in Milwaukee, the BMO Harris Bradley Center, as we watch the Bucks go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And what a beginning to the season.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Welcome to Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. We're at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And I think for the Bucks, they haven't let down their fan base in terms of where they are early in the season. They've notched some huge wins and just kind of edged themselves up the standing.
Well, riddle me this. Can they keep coming up with those huge wins? Can they keep edging up in the standings? Not sure, because we're getting to the part of the schedule where the great teams separate themselves.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Luke Walton played 10 seasons.
It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. So, Brent, surprises here early in the season. A few teams outperforming expectations. What can they do to keep building on this momentum?
I think the coaching staff in these sort of instances, Kevin, maybe where you're out-kicking your coverage a little bit, they've got to remind their team about, the small steps that we need to take. Yes, we're doing this. Don't forget about doing these things or what we're doing offensively. But make sure that the reality of what the season represents, that they understand that so their expectations don't get them too big-headed, so you have to reel them in.
Sounds like you're talking about staying with the fundamentals.
Well, the fundamentals can always...
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Dellavedova, the pass to DJ. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. In fourth, the Bucks.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for the Bucks. The Lakers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Makers checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Ennis is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kicks it to Fry. Pass to Hart. Launches it. It's good from long range. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Dellavedova kicks to Zeller. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Muhammad. Second chance shot, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Milwaukee shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the Lakers, Greg, have acquired some intriguing young talent. Do you see this group blossoming into elite status?
I mean, there's still some question marks. Injuries have been an issue. I do see some all-star potential for some of their young fellas. Superstar potential, though, tougher to say. They've got something to build on, though, and that's key.
From the baseline. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Lakers in the lead. Passes to Hart. Then kicks to Ennis. Puts up a 3. That shot off. The Bucks go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
No question. I know I did not see that coming, especially when they had a chance to win it late in the fourth quarter. I thought for sure they'd get it done.
Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Stolen by Dellavedova. Now the Bucks moving it up. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Dellavedova never shy about mixing it up on the inside. Let's see if he can hit the free throw.
With Dellavedova on the team, he just seems, Brent, to be the perfect fit with the rest of the roster.
Well, Dellavedova the year before, Kevin, had one of the best catch-and-shoot percentages in the NBA. So if Giannis is getting any kind of added attention out there on the perimeter, having Delly spotted up, able to shoot the 3, that helps out your offense a bit.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Maker. Chris Middleton comes in for Muhammad. DJ is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova, and Brogdon subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Middleton and Parker holding down those forward spots. Malcolm Brogdon out there with DJ, and it's Zeller in at the 5 down low. That That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
There's some touch from DJ, like the ones and twos. He knew that one was good the moment it left his hand.
They set the pick. Thomas kicks to Ingram. Here's Fry. 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And they continue to control the glass.
In the corner, it's Brogdon. There's the feed to Zeller. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists tonight.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently, they seem to have the answer for it.
The Bucks working the ball around. Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. Parker dishes to Middleton. The pass to Brogdon. He kicks it to DJ. His 3-pointers off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. Caldwell Pope outside. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Another shot. Zeller. Parker passes to Zeller. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Thomas against Brogdon. Thomas a screen. And Fry kicks to Caldwell Pope. And the foul called on DJ. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half.
They set the pick. Inside. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin